The TGMA 2026 nominations are out, and yeah, some of those don't make no sense. Hey guys, what's up? I'm still trying to find an intro for this channel. Relax with me. I'm trying to bring you something. But hey, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and like if you haven't. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the 2026 TGMA nominees, and I'm going to be giving y'all my personal prediction, who I personally think is taking something home. And some of my picks, you might not agree to it. Fight me. Oh! Fight me though, in the comments. The TGMA 2026 nomination dropped, I think it dropped March 14. Covering music from last year, 2025, which means the year under review is last year. And as expected, there are big names on the radar, okay? So let's quickly get into these nominations and I'm gonna tell you what I think. Let's start with category Best Hip Live Song. Medical featuring Shatta Wale and Beast Trap KOTM Shoulder. Family featuring Medical Habit. Kuja Q featuring RJ on the Foyampansa Tonton Ting. Kojo Black featuring Sarkodie Next Door. Sarkodie featuring Kweku Flake Messiah. Kwesia Mewuga Badness. Ooh, that's a tight category. Shoulder was huge. Shoulder was everywhere. I would say Medical, Shatta Wale, and Beast Trap Shoulder. Best Highlight Song of the Year. Kofi Kanata It Is Finished. King Paluta Foko. Kwabena Kwabena. Stonebwoy and Kofi Kanata. Also two. Amarado Obiadi. Kwame Eugene Do Better. I actually really like Do Better, but this is so obvious that the best highlight song of the year is going to, in my opinion, because I know how y'all like to tussle. In my opinion, it's going to Kwabena Kwabena featuring Stonebwoy and Kofi Kanata. That also too was needed. Best hip hop song: Black Sherif, Where Them Boys, or Kenneth Balenciaga. Oh, oh, hey.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Sarkodie here featuring Kwaku Smoke. Ooh. Me, I want to dance, I want to. When I'm in China, say. I love that song when it came out though. Kwaku Smoke. Ooh. I do the bonga. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm about to be so biased. Ghana Boy, same tunes. I get to be, if put your feet for a change. Insane Snickers, insane thing. Oh my god, this is so hard. That is a solid category, I'll tell you that. Lale de Mata. No cheche. Oh. Well, I swear I call time, babe. Period. Okay, let's get serious. Ooh. Balenciaga. I'm so. Ooh, Balenciaga. Balenciaga.
On God, no cap.
I'm sorry. Best music video. Excellent. Kojo Black featuring Kelvin Boy. It was directed by Henry Akron. Sacrifice. Black Sherif. It was directed by Mika Jago. Mika Jago is fire. I'll tell you that. Welcome to Africa Medical. It was directed by, yeah, Bill Ebenezer. That is an OG. Shine by Stonebwoy. It was directed by y'all Scarface. Shout out to y'all Scarface. China Samini featuring Soweto Gospel Choir. It was directed by y'all Scarface again. Put 'Em on God by RJ. It was directed by David Duncan. I like Excellent. That was very cool to watch with effects and everything. I got to see the behind the scenes. That was dope. I would definitely say Henry Okron just because I saw Sailor, the BTS of Sailor, and I think Sailor was dope. He is dope, so yeah. Moving on, best Afro pop song: Black Sherif, Sacrifice, Stonebwoy, KiDi. No, I don't do KiDi. Okay. All of the boys, Sarkodie Band. Ooh, I love Band. I'm so happy Band is here. All the guys gone, Band. Ooh, Band. Jackie Sankofa. Osa, I wanna neighbor. Beginning to think I don't need another lover. Found you today. Yeah. Last made Olivia. Last Minute Olivia, Can Promise and Mr. Easy, See What We've Done. I am going for Last Minute Olivia. Best Afrobeat Song, Kojo Black featuring Kelvin Boy, Excellent. KiDi featuring Olive the Boy and Kojo Black, Gymnastic. Wendy Shay featuring Olive the Boy. Olive the Boy be working his ass off. Shout outs to you, boy. Wendy Shay featuring Olive the Boy, Crazy Love. Mr. Jew featuring Olive the Boy, Oh My God. Which means when it comes to Afrobeat, Olive the Boy is certified. Last Minute too. No issues. I knew no issues was going to be here. All right. Best Afrobeat, Excellent takes it. Excellent takes it for me. Excellent is going to take it. That song did something. Best Afrobeat, Afro Pop Artist. Oh, here we go. Give that shit to Olive the Boy. Give it to... Oh, wait. Let's go through the nominations first. We have Wendy Shay, Kojo Black, KiDi, Olive the Boy, Jackie, and Molly. Why are you putting Molly here? Molly is a dance hall. Afro dance hall. Isn't that Afro dance hall? Why is she here? Afro pop? Again, I'll personally say Olive the Boy. Best female vocal performance, Cena.
I said what I said.
I'm sorry, my light is fluctuating. Cena. I haven't gone through the nominations. I'm saying Cena. Please do not play with me as I go through these nominations. And Grace Charles, Team Eternity, okay, See Me Through. Niela, Show Me How to Love. Cena Soul, Breathe. Ladina the Soprano. What? Girl, my bad. Did you not hear how Cena Soul slid on that Breathe song? I know if you breathe, somebody tell me I can't breathe. Please, carry the award and give it to my girl before I crash out.
Hey!
Thank ya. Best male vocal performance, Esiama Akuma, Dion Boache, Time, Live Session, Prayers Music by Prayer, Josh Black, Catch 22, Carl Clotty. I'm going with Josh Black. Catch 22 it is. Love that album. Best Hip Life Hip Hop Artist, Black Sherif, Medical, Kwegu Smoke, Sarkodie, Kuja Q, O Kenneth. Best Hip Life Hip Hop. Everybody says Swagger. Best High Life Artist, Familia, King Paluta, Kopna, Kofi Kinata, Kwame Eugene. Kofi Kinata. International Collaboration of the Year, Molly Shinsia, Skilly Bank. Shake it to the max, bro. And if you hit this on the go bend your back, go bend your knees, baby, shake it to the max. To the DJ, please turn up the bass to the max. What are we talking about? That is the best collab. Who is trying to compete? We have Black Sherif and Fireboy, So It Goes. Shake It to the Max is way bigger than So It Goes. Way stronger than So It Goes. Wendy Shay featuring Bedjam, Fina, and Gucci. Too Late remix. Ooh. Okay. Last Minute featuring TML Vibes, Meet for Corner. Listen, let me tell you something. That joint collab, Last Minute and TML Vibes, Sweet Songs for You. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. It's a vibe. Can Promise featuring Mr. Easy, See What We've Done, Molly and Tyler, Body Go. If it was not Molly, Shake It to the Max, it would have been Molly, Body Go, because both go crazy in terms of numbers, and they're big, they're huge. Shake It to the Max it is. Songwriter of the Year, Black Sherif, Sacrifice, Kofi Kinata, Have Mercy 2, Kofi Boham, Take Me Home, Kojo Q, Abebrese, Akwaboa, Obinim, Stonebwoy, Send Them a Prayer. Sacrifice. Black Hole's songwriting in general is top tier. Songwriting, storytelling. I personally like Black Hole's storytelling and his songwriting. Now, let's talk about snubs and surprises. We all know RDJ is nowhere to be found. When this nomination list was freshly released, it was an uproar, okay? They had us in a frenzy because where is the Odyssey? We've seen the Odyssey outperform albums that came before him. I think, in my opinion, the only thing that they're using as an excuse for not putting the Odyssey in there, it came out too late in the year, so it couldn't be reviewed under that year, which would have been fine by me if I didn't see Kwaku Smoke's Edu Daboga being nominated. And that is no shade and no smoke towards Kwaku Smoke. Listen, no pun intended. But I'm just saying that the Odyssey came out before. So if 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, what the fuck is this?
Huh?
I don't know. I think he was snubbed. It is rather unfortunate. If that's not the excuse they're bringing, then nothing else will make sense. And you know, should we ride at dawn?
Hey!
I know this is important for an artist because, of course, you should be celebrated for your achievements. But at the same time, it's TGMA.
What do you mean by that?
It never need. You know, overall, apart from me being disappointed that the Odyssey was nowhere to be found, that album became #1 beginning of this year. It was racked up numbers that albums that have been out 2025 couldn't even rack up, if we're being honest. But hey, apart from that disappointment, I'm excited to see Cena on there. I'm glad to see Black Hole and the whole Iron Boy album receiving the flowers that it deserves. And yeah, let me know your predictions down in the comment section. Thank you so much for being with me and for staying with me. I think when this whole show is over, we're gonna come back and discuss if we predicted right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.